Here we clicked on open new tab. We copy pasted this particular URL, correct, which has query parameters. After question mark, yes, query parameters. You have the protocol, you have the host name. Protocol, host name, and query parameters. Right? So we took this entire thing, we went into Postman, we pasted out here. Aita? These are different HTTP methods. These are different HTTP methods, out of which 5 are important. Get to, put to, post, pass, delete. So far clear? No doubt? Okay, I am using get. I'll give you notes why get is used or why put is used. But as of now, it has 5 different methods. Get to, put to, post, fetch, delete. Okay. So we are sending this particular request. We will get a response. Response will be in the form of JSON. Request will be in the form of JSON. Request and response both in the form of JSON. So it is a REST web service. Full form of REST?
Representation state transfer.
State transfer. So far easy. So this HTTP request has a 5 major components in it. Okay? Has a 5 major components. The first one is the URI. URI is nothing but uniform resource identifier. Correct? The whole of the URL whichever you are pasting is the URI. The next verb. We have seen get to, put to, post, patch, delete. That is the method. These are called as verbs. Just a name given to it. Verb means methods. HTTP methods. Which way you want to send that particular request. Okay. The HTTP version, which you will not get to know here. You will not get to know. But backend, it will take it as version. Okay. And the request header. It contains the metadata for the HTTP request. What are these? What are these headers? Headers, are you able to see here? Yes or no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Here it is visible. Headers, key and value pair. So this will be in the form of key and value pair. Okay. Why key and value pairs? Why? Because it is a JSON. Correct? JSON, it will start from open curly braces and close curly braces. Correct? In this, if you see the response of the Postman, you will get the key and value pair. The first one is what? Page, colon. Correct? 2. This is the key. This is the value. As simple as that. Key and value pair. Anything which is having semicolon. On the left hand side it is key. Right hand side it is value. Easy enough. So all these headers will be in the form of key and value pairs. If you uncheck this and then do send, what are you getting? You will not get the output. What is this request status? 400 bad request. So without these headers, you will not get the correct response. By default, whenever you paste the URL, by default there will be some headers which will go from the behind. Understood? You need not to worry about that. So what are the 5 components of the HTTP request? First one is the URI. Then verb, then here HTTP. Headers, then what? Version. version. Arthaita? Write on this one. Write on this. What are the main components of the HTTP request? Aita? You write down this particular part. HTTP request is equal to verb plus URI plus version plus header plus body. We will discuss about body today. Main components of HTTP requests. Main components of HTTP request. The verb plus the URI plus the HTTP version plus HTTP headers, correct? Plus the body. Body we will discuss today. Body we will discuss today. Five major components of HTTP request. Verbs are nothing but methods. What are the five major methods? Get to, put to, patch, post, delete. These are nothing but methods. You have get, put, post, patch, delete. Get request, put request, post request, patch request, delete. You have many other things, but these are the five major HTTP verbs or HTTP methods. Easy na? In simple terms, get means to get something, to fetch something. Put, you are going to add something. Post, again it is an add, but there is a difference between these two. We'll discuss about this. Patch, something is there, you are modifying it. Okay na? Patch request. Then delete, you are deleting something. There is a difference between put and patch, put and post. We will discuss about it. The five major components of the HTTP request are verb plus URI plus HTTP version plus HTTP headers plus the body. Correct? What do you mean by verbs? Verbs are nothing but methods. That is get, put, patch, post, delete. Request will be in the form of JSON. Response will be in the form of JSON. Aita, Balkondra, done. Okay. What is this body? In the request.end, what is this get? Get is what? What is get? Verb. HTTP verb or methods. Okay. Post verb. Put verb. Patch verb. Delete. Correct? In the post, see, compare these two. This is get. Get is a verb. This is the request. URL. Correct? Leave out. This is the response. When I compare post and get, is there something different? What has been added? Down there is something. These two items are added on. Correct? Yes or no? Maybe.
Yes, sir.
This is called as the request body. This is called as the request body. Where are you going to do that? Do you see something here? Body? Click on that. Aita? Go to raw and select JSON. Aapka gila na matte marking. What is get? It is a verb. This is the URL. Second component. Aita. Then you have headers. Third component. Correct? Version is from the behind. HTTP versions is from the behind. Fourth component is done. Fifth component is body. Click on raw. Then select JSON and paste it here. Here it is again a key value pair. It is name is the key, Morpheus is the value. Name is the job is the key, and leader is the value. So key 1, key value 1, key 2, value 2. You might have thousands of keys, thousands of values. Simple. This is the request body. Correct? This request body is also called as payload. Payload. Okay. Where have you heard about payload? English movies, Bollywood movies, ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ? Hollywood movies ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಬರೀ ಕನ್ನಡ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಕನ್ನಡ ಹಿಂದಿ. Hollywood movies ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಹೌದಾ?
Mission Impossible ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ? MI4 or MI4 I guess somewhere. He runs and catches that helicopter. There is an extra payload which is hanging below the helicopter. No? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಲ್ಲ? Have you seen this? ನನಗೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. There was a stunt which he carried out, right? Okay, the payload something like you have an aircraft, below you will have some additional load which it will carry, right?
Perfect.
The same concept, right? The same concept which is going for the rest. This load is nothing but your body. See, the aircraft can go without the load, correct? Correct? Which is nothing but get request. If you attach something in the body, then it is post request. If you attach something in the body, then it is a post request. Simple difference. Remember this one. Without body, there is no post request. It is just a simple get request. Easy. Get request is only to fetch the data. Post, put, patch is to modify the data. So in order to modify the data, you have to send some additional information. Where you have to modify, what is that data you have to modify. That is called as payload. Understood about payload? I'll give you definition later on. So this body, again it is in the form of JSON, which will again start with flower brackets open, flower bracket quotes, key will be in the double quotes, colon, value. This is key 1, value 1, key 2, value 2. Correct? Easy? In the get request, you will not have a payload. You will only send the get request. Okay? So you understood about body? When I hit enter here on the postman, I have to get the requested output which is given in the SRS. Correct? What is given in the SRS here? 201 response, and this is what I have to get. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Correct? Did I select post request? No. Post request you have to select, click on send. What is the status you got? 201 created. Okay. What is the output? Whatever is there in the response, whatever is there in the SRS. As simple as that. Correct? Okay. That's all about HTTP request. Okay. There are 4 components of the response. Now we'll discuss about response. Then we will discuss about the different status codes which you are seeing in the Postman. We will go in depth of each and every status code. Then we will talk about validation. Clear? That's the flow. There are 4 major components of the response. Now what is the response? Whatever you are getting from the server. In which format? JSON format. Now here when you see on the Postman, what and all you can see? You can see a body. Correct? The response code 201 created. You have the headers as well. Again, you have the headers as well. Correct? So you have the response code, which is that which you are getting from the server. Correct? For any request, you will get a response, whether it's a successful response or a non-successful response, 401 or 200, whatever it may be. So the HTTP version is the second component. Again, whatever you are sending in the request, the same version you will get back. Again, as I told, we have the body and we have the headers. So there are 4 major components of response. First one is the status code. The second one is the version. The third one is the headers. The fourth one is body. Simple. I am not showing you something which is not there in the tool. Whatever is there in the tool, I am showing you the same thing. So when I put it into a tabular column, when I put it onto a tabular column, what are the components of the request and the response? There are many things which are common here, correct? If this is request and this is response, okay, you have what? Verb, you have URI, headers, body, version. Correct? These 3 things are common for responses. Headers, body and version. Only thing which you get is the code, status code. Correct? This is the only thing. What extra you are sending here is the verb and the URI. Correct? Make a note of this. Here it is 5 major components, here it is 4 major components. Aita, done. So you got to know what is get, you got to know what is post. Both of them is done. There is nothing less, nothing more. That's all. The major concepts or the major questions in interview will be based on your HTTP status codes. Aita, HTTP status codes. ಯಾವ ತರ When I type HTTP status code, where is Wikipedia? Let us take this one. Okay. What are HTTP status code? It is the status which we receive from the server for every request. There are 5 major divisions. There are 5 major divisions of status code. It will start from 100, 1xx to 199. Andre 100 to 199. This is one. The other thing is 2xx. Then it is 3xx. Then it is 4xx. Then it is 5xx. Okay na? 1xx, 2xx, 3xx, 4xx and 5xx. This is, first one is informational, successful, redirectional, client error, server error. For now you have seen 200 and 201. You have seen 400. Okay na? You have seen 400. Redirectional. Have you observed a scenario in your normal day-to-day life? You might have seen somewhere you hit on some button, your page is redirected to so. Okay. Have you done some payment on the Amazon website?
Yes.
You have done some payment? You have chosen the UPI option? Correct? Then you enter the amount or your UPI ID. From this page, it goes to another page of the payment, or your Phone Pay or your Google Pay, some account, right? But that is not the account of Amazon. That is a different application, correct? In this, you will get 300 or 3xx redirected. An API which will be tested out, that URL which will be tested out, in this scenario, you will receive a status code as redirected. Your page has been successfully redirected. After completing the payment, it comes back to Amazon. Yes or no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
At that time again you will get it 3xx. Once the payment is completed, you will get 200 or 2xx. Successfully completed message. Successful message. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Easy, difficult?
Easy.
Easy? Fine. What is client error? You know what is client, what is server? Correct? Your system, from where the request is sent, is the client. From where the response is coming, that is the server. Correct? Any error which has been done in your system while sending the request is the client. Anything which is not coming from the server, though your request is correct, If you are not getting the response, then it is
Server.
correct? Ega, server busy. Have you gone through a situation where your UPI payments server busy? Correct? Paytm or some phone pay. Always Bank of Baroda has server error. Correct? Is your mobile working? Correct. Yes, your mobile was working. Your UPI ID was correct. You have securely logged into it. But at that end, there was some problem. Then you will get 5xx as the status code. If there is an API which you are testing, where the API is correct, your request is correct, but you are not getting the response, then you will get 500 in the post file. Easy? If the URL is wrong, which you are sending, in your system there is an error. Server is up, server is properly doing its work, but from your side you are doing a mistake. Then you will get 400. Easy? Easy, difficult, not difficult? Okay, na? So, right now, there are 5 HTTP response, 5 different 5 categories of HTTP status codes. You have to write down these 5 lines. HTTP response status codes or codes, whatever it is. They will understand. Major questions will be asked on 3, 4, 5. Very straightforward question. What do you mean by 3xx message? What do you mean by 3xx message? You have to tell redirection. You have to explain with a scenario. Whenever a page has been redirected to some other page outside the application, you will get outside the application. See, Amazon has different pages, mobiles, electronics. Those are all fine. It is from the same host name, but the host name gets changed. It redirects to a different application. Then it is a 300 redirection message. 4xx client error. Any error done by your system while sending the request will give you 400 response. If the server is not working fine, then you will get, though your request is correct, then you will get 500. While teaching to you, I cannot show you 500 because I don't handle the server. Correct? I can show you 400. I can show you 300, 200, 100 also I can show you. 500 I cannot show you. Correct? But remember this, you will get 500. 500 to 500. Ishte irodu. Idar mele ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ, 600 ಇಲ್ಲ. Correct? Easy? Easy. So, we will now do everything practical. We'll do now everything practical. If you have your laptops, please open up your laptops. Laptop illa? Ella is the laptop. Why? Laptop. You have, you did not get it. ಅಲ್ಲ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಪೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಏಕೆ ಬರೀ ಥಿಯರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? There is one more field on the Postman application. Here you can see authorization. We'll discuss about this later. And that will take around 2 days to discuss. Somewhere in this week we will do it. But right now you have to concentrate on doing whatever I am doing. Click on plus, that is the collection. New collection will be displayed. Uncheck this, add a request. Okay. Go to reference.in. Go to reference.in. I'll give you notes on the status code as well. Each and every status code I'll send you this website. Go and look into it. Obviously, you cannot remember all the 600 definitions. The major things I will discuss here, that and all you can remember. 10 to 15 is more than sufficient. Okay, now go to request.in, go to the get request, go to the get request, open up in a new tab, copy this, come back here, do it here. Rename this as get request. Aita? Rename this as get request, click on send. You will get the response. Now again go back. Right click on the new collection, add a request, select a post, go to the request.in, somewhere you will have post here. Okay? Go there, click on the new tab, copy this, come back, paste it here, copy the body as well. Here you find the body, click on raw, click on JSON, paste it here, click on send. You got 201. You got 201 as the status code, which is nothing but a new record has been created. I am posting a new record. You got the request has been successfully and resulted in a new resource being created. Correct? 200 which you got in the get request was okay. Standard response of the successful HTTP request. So the first status code which you learned was 200. 200 means okay. 201 is created. Correct? 200 is okay. 201 is created. 200 is for get request. 201 is for post request. Simple?
Yes, sir.
Simple. So for your reference, always have it at the. Always have something at the back of the page or your notebook or your notes. Have this particular column. Right? One is the verb. Verbs are nothing but
Methods.
Correct? Then you have status code. Then you have meaning. Then you have the meaning. Correct? For the verb of get, what is the status code you will get? 200. What is the meaning?
Okay.
201. What is the verb?
Post.
What is the meaning?
Created.
Have this table. We'll keep on adding whenever we see a new status codes, which are very, very much important. Right? Again, if I have to revise everything, post is nothing but a request method. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Request method. Get is also a request method without payload or body. Here post will have a body. In which format?
JSON.
format. Correct? What are the 5 components of the request, you have the body, you have the verb, you have the URI, headers, and version.
Version.
What is status code? You will get it from where? Response. You will get it from response. So in the response you have 4 major components. Again, headers, version, body, and
Status code.
status code. Each status code you will receive from where? From the server. Response you will get it from server. This is client. This is server output. This is request. This is response. Correct? Easy?
Yes, sir.
Difficult? What is okay? Standard, successful message. What is created? New resource has been added or created. New resources created. You have to by heart this. I mean, if you have done it on Postman, there is no need to by heart. If you do it for 10 times, it will stay in your head. Whenever you see a bus number somewhere outside 201, it is post request. Just to remember things. Bansankar 201 just is 501 just is. Remember, if you want to revise things, then you can revise it by somehow. And done. Again, JSON body will be in the form of key and value pairs. Correct? Which will start from flower bracket open, flower bracket close. Key will be within double quotes. Then you will have colon. Then you have the value. Then comma. This is the format of the JSON. Whether it's the request body or the response body. Both will be in the form of JSON. JSON full form? JavaScript object notation. REST is a web service. REST full form?
Representational state transfer.
Representation state transfer. So I am going from the back to the front, first class, from the first class till here. If you remember so much, easy to crack interview. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಬಟ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಕ್ಲು ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಅಷ್ಟೇ somewhere it will be around 300 redirectional. Can you tell me a scenario where you have done where you have received 300 as a status code? What is the client error? What is the server error? All those things you will get in the questions. If you answer that, there is more than sufficient.
Postman application.
Then what we have to do? Then we have to go to requires req.res.in.
From here you need to
What we have to do? We have to click it.
ಹೌದಾ
List.
ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ
We have to click it.
ಅವರು 13ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು
click here.
Uh,
You will get something here. Open here. New tab.
13ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಇದೆ ಅಂತ
Amount
ಹೇಳು
go here.
ಅಂತ.
in new tab.
Just go here.
This will be in one class. The other class will be redirected to here. Extends, you know extends keyword? Right? Through extends we can establish the relationship between the two classes.
Classes.
So we will have here one more class. That one more class we will have here SQL query of create SQL query. Right? So post, when we do that, it will establish a relationship and it will execute this particular create SQL query by connecting to the database. Once it is done, we will read back that particular query. That will be our response. And we will print here system.out.println response. That response you will get it in your Postman response body. This is as simple as your normal Java, but with little bit of other annotations and full conceptual oriented. Right? So we will have this literally written down. Create SQL query, create a so and so record, take the parameters from whatever we are sending here. The parameters is nothing but your request body. The request body, correct? Because in the request body you are sending that name and ID, right? The job, name and the job. Here Morpheus and here it is Morpheus and leader, right? That we are sending whenever we hit this particular @ post annotation. It will go and fetch it. It will create one JSON object. It will send that query to this particular parameters to this particular query, SQL query, the normal SQL query. It will do the required operation. It will come back. It will fetch the details whichever has been created. Correct? To retrieve the, we will have the select statement. Select a star from whatever is created here. If the record is there, we will get one record found. Right? That you will convert it and put it into the response body. This is what happens in the back end. Correct? Now, for today, you have to do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We will do each and every request. Copy it, go to Postman, create a new request, get the 2, paste it here, send it. Okay? Do for each and every get a request which is displayed over here, online guys. For you also. Why I am doing it? Because there are many other things which I have to teach you on the Postman. So I need a minimum 10 to 15 APIs to be created over here. Do it now. If you have laptop, open, do it now. Copy, paste. For the post, it is the body. Here it will be given as a body. Since body is not there, directly paste the URL. You will paste only the URL in case of get request. Yes or no maybe?
Yes, sir.
Postman is open. Bro, we have to open Postman.
Yeah.
Play Store lo download chesina. So here it is. So we have to go search Postman. REQ.
If I don't have
Go to
5 to 10, then the concept I cannot cover. So please do it.
Which one? Create new. Which one, bro? Here. Create application. Here.
collection is there. You just click this one. Plus is there.
This one. Create new collection. Yeah, bro. Okay. Bro, I have done.
Okay, I have created 6 get requests
Where, bro?
and 1 post request.
Yes.
I have created till here. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 6 get request and 1 post request.
Bro,
Okay, there are many things over here. There are put is also there, patch is also there, delete is also there. We'll do it out later on. But first do this 6 plus 1 is 7. Aita, bega mani. If I execute the first one, I'll get 200. Okay, correct? Then the second get request, again I'll get 200. Okay. Here. What did I get? 404. Why did I get 404? Here I am sending the users 23. Users slash 23. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಕಳಿಸಿದೆ? Users slash 2. What is this 2 here? It is the
ID.
ID. Employee ID is 2. I am getting a record. In the next request, ID is 23. In that particular database, they don't have 23. ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದಾ ಇದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ.
What we have to do, bro?
ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. You understood this API? /23 /23 23 is the ID number. That ID number is not available in the database.
That's how it shows.
Though your server is running fine, it is a mistake from the client side.
Sir.
It is a mistake from your request. It is not a mistake from the server. It is a mistake from the request. So you are getting with starting with 400 series.
4xx.
Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
404 is nothing but not found. Not found. So in this table, you can add. You saw 200. You saw 201. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Tell what I have to do.
See, these are all very very important things.
Here we
So
have to give
please
name.
make a note of these things.
This one, no? Collection, new collection.
Just give
So 201 you got it in. 201 you got it in.
Sample testing.
Post.
Post
Now the next one which you got was
404.
404. What is the meaning of it? Not
Not found.
not found. What is not found? Resources
Not found.
not found. 400 starts from client error. Client error. It is not a server error because you are sending /23. This ID itself is not there, but you are searching for that particular person. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So which request?
Get request.
Simple. Simple.
Yes, sir.
Easy. Difficult.
Easy, sir.
404 not found.
Not found.
201 created.
Created.
200
Okay.
okay. 201 which request? Which method?
Post.
Post method. 404 which method?
Get method.
Get method. 200
Get me.
Get
get
method.
method. Simple. Easy na?
Yes, sir.
Now again, what is the response body of 404? What is the response body of 404?
JSON.
Correct, but ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇದೆಯಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
Is there anything?
Empty.
Nothing, right? So response body is just empty brackets. Questions can be in a different form also. For your interview, questions can be in a different form. If you have really worked on the postman, then you will get to know that okay, it is an empty bracket. Correct?
Yes, sir.
As simple as that. Now answer this question. What is the first thing you will validate in the response? How many components are there in the response?
Four.
What are those?
Status code. Header, body.
Correct. What is the first thing out of these four you are going to validate?
Status code.
Correct. Will you validate the body? Oh, body is not there. Then I will say, oh, you got 404.
No, sir.
No, right? First is what you will see?
Status
Status
code.
code. So if you have really worked on it, if you have little bit of brains, you will answer that question. Otherwise, you will tell, no, I will verify the body. Then you will say, get out of the interview. As simple as that. I have even told to many candidates. First thing which you will validate is your
Status code.
status code. Then the milliseconds byte it can be optimized. Performance can be optimized. If your status code itself is wrong, There is no need to look into your body or your time taken, response time or the other things. Simple. Easy.
Yes, sir.
So 404 you got it. Let us execute the remaining things. Okay,
No,
here.
sample testing.
Unknown.
Name we have to enter. So then what we have to do? After the given name.
Again, it is left to them. See, we don't know what kind of API it is. We don't have the documentation. They have given you only the APIs. Based on that, we are analyzing things and doing it. Right, sir, the fifth one. Unknown slash 2. You got again ID2. So it is fetching the data. What is the status code? It is 200. Okay. This is what? Unknown 23. Again it is 404. It is your client error. It is your client error. Anything with 400 is a client error. Correct? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'll show you how to validate. Right, sir? For the post request you have already done, you have a body, you have to click on draw and you have to select JSON. Correct? Right, sir? Path, query parameters I have shown you already.
Yes, sir.
Query parameters I have shown you already, which is after the question mark. Again, parameters will be in the form of key and value. Key and value. Page is equal to 2. Page is the key, value is 2. Simple. Simple. Any doubt?
No, sir.
See, after the question mark, it is page is equal to 2 in the get request. Here, it is just 2. Is there a question mark here? No. If you don't have a question mark, but still it is a parameter, those parameters are called as path parameters. Those parameters are called as path parameters. Simple, huh? See, again if I have to explain these things, what is the URL consist of? Host name, hey, HTTP protocol. ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸನೂ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Protocol, host name,
Query
host
parameters.
name and query parameters, or in general if I take it now,
Parameters.
it has parameters. Correct? Huh? This parameter has two things. Practical example, right? I'm showing you with the practical example. Here, slash, question mark, page is equal to 2. There is another thing, slash 2. If you have a question mark, then see this in the postman you will see the difference. Here it is called as query parameters. Here it is called as query parameters. Yes or no maybe?
Yes, sir.
Here you got page. Here you got value. The same thing if I go to the other. Is this 2, is there anything somewhere here? No, right? If you have a question mark, then you get the details in the query parameters. If you do not have the question mark, it is just the path parameters. This is
Query parameter.
query parameters. If you do not have question mark, then it is called as
Path.
path. Path means URL. Path means URL. So it is path. Easy?
Yes, sir.
Easy, difficult? Tell me the difference between query parameters and path parameters. It is easier interview question. Okay?
Yes, sir.
As simple as that. If the URL has question mark and anything after that is your query parameter. You tell this, if someone rejects in the interview, I will give you 10 companies offer letter. He cannot reject you with this answer. This is the basic thing. Okay? Anything you have question mark in the URL, after that anything is there, it's the query parameter. If you do not have any question mark, then you can give it as, you can say it as a path parameter. Example, page is equal to 2. Tell the same thing, it's okay. page is equal to 2. This is a query parameter. Slash 2. It is the path parameter. This 2 is nothing but is your ID. So it is nothing but your ID. Correct? Easy, difficult?
Easy, sir.
Easy? Right? Huh? Okay, I'll show you few validations. Since we got to know what is the request, what is the response, 5 major components of the request, 4 major components of the response, right? What are the different status codes? There are 5 different categories of the status codes. 1xx, 2xx, 3xx, 4xx, 5xx. Out of that, which we have seen 200, 201, 404. Only 3 we have seen. I have already discussed about what is 300. 300 is redirection. I have given you the scenario. Correct? Huh? We'll see about validations. How do we validate? In Postman, I am talking only with respect to Postman. You have something called as test. Clear? Huh? You have something called as test. In the test, on the right hand side, you will find something called as snippets. What are these called as? Snippets. Easy. Snippets are nothing but pre-written Java script for your help. It is like a small goodie pack. It will help you to validate the outputs. As simple as that. Test scripts are written. Testing is completed for you. Okay. Manual testing is completed. You know what is unit test cases?
Yes, sir.
You know what is unit test cases? Developers write unit test cases in order to verify their code with the different scenarios. Those are called as unit test cases. Correct? I had a doubt that I didn't even open my system. ನೀನು ಯಾವುದೋ ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟೇನೋ ಹೌದಾ ನಾನು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಓಕೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ scripts are written in JavaScript and are run after the response is received. You have to tell the same definition because it is copyrighted. You're not supposed to change it. These tests are executed after you get the response. You get this response, then only these tests will be executed. When do you do the validation? After executing the test case.
Yes, sir.
You have a manual test case, log into so and so, you receive an expected, then you write the actual, then you compare both actual and expected, then you write the status as pass, fail, or blocked, whatever it is. Different. Yes or no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Same concept. You execute it first, you get the response. This is your response output. Now you have to compare your response with the test which you do it in your, which you see from your SRS document, right? Good morning, Girish. Good morning, Prithvi. Okay, na? Done? Clear? Now, first thing which you validate is your, what do you validate in the response?
Status code.
Status code, correct? Huh? So I go, where is status code? What is it? Status code is equal to code is 200. Click on this. Click on that. You will get something over here. Yes or no, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Correct? Huh? PM stands for postman. PM stands for postman. Postman. Zoom will.
ಅಲ್ಲ ರೈಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾವುದು ಎಡಿಟರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ
ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್
ಬಟ್ ಟೂಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
ಆಗುತ್ತೆ
ಟೂಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬೇಡ ಇದು
ಒಳಗಡೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್
ಹಾಂ
ಓಕೆನಾ? PM stands for postman. Dot text. Status code is 200. Function. Postman response to have 200. Aita? I'll execute this. After the response, the snippets are getting executed. Where will you see the results? Do you see something here? Test results. Status code is yes or no, maybe? Thank you. Thank you. Have a great. Okay, status code is 200. If you want to change the output here, the name, the console output, system.out.println, this is as same as that. If I write something here, status of the response is to be verified as. Am I getting it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
As simple as that. Huh? Correct. Now I don't want this status code. I want 500 to be verified. I execute it. Status code 200 is your actual. What you are getting? Correct. And then this is what you wanted to verify because there you have mentioned it as 200 alva. Here also I will change it as 500. I'll execute it. Aita? Status code is 500. Assertion error. Have you guys completed assertion? Assertion is nothing but a validation. Assert statements is there in Selenium in order to validate these. Assertion error. Expected response to have status code 500 but got 200. Validation done. First validation is done. Whether it is failed or passed, that is left to you. Whatever you write here, you will get there. Did you understand the JavaScript? This is the JavaScript. This is not Java. In Java, you have class name dot method name. For method name, you have brackets. Right?
Yes, sir.
In JavaScript, there is no method. There is nothing called as brackets. Class name, that is the postman. Dot method is your test. If you are passing something, then only you will get something brackets. If it is not, then response dot to dot have dot status. All those are methods. All these are methods. Do not change whatever is here. Only thing which you can do is whatever is given inside the brackets, do whatever you want. Easy.
Yes, sir.
Validations are easy. Aita? Like that only you have many things. ಯಾವ್ದಿದ ಅದೇನು ಗುರು ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾವ್ದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನೀನ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನಿದ್ರು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ. ನೀನ್ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯಾ? ಹಿಂಗೇನಾದ್ರು ಕೇಳಿ ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. As simple as that. Easy. Postman seems to be easy.
Yes, sir.
We have covered everything over here. Just we will enhance. We have only one test. Aita, I have only one test over here.
Yes, sir.
Hit enter. Hit enter. Now, you want to verify response time is less than 200 milliseconds. Right? I will hit enter. One pass, one fail. Correct? In the test, you can have n number of tests. Take 100 validations, 200 validations, left to you. Simple.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
Seems to be simple. Right. Let us make it little bit complicated.
Okay, sir.
Aita? Shall we do it today or tomorrow? We'll do it tomorrow. Aita? The other thing. Listen. Watch this. Status code name has a string. I clicked on it, I got one more. Now, you wanted to have okay or created or not found, whatever may be, that depends on your SRS and your API. Now, if it is okay, then I will paste it as okay. If it is created, then I will give it as created. Status code name has a string. Okay, let us execute this. It is case sensitive. It is case sensitive. Aita? And put okay. 2 pass, 1 fail. The test result is 2 out of 3. As simple as that. Again, you have passed, you have skipped, you have failed. Different tabs for different status. Aita? The next one. Successful post request. Hit enter. Hit enter. Successful post request. If this is a post request, then my code should be one of them. 201 or 202. Aita, I'll execute it. Will it be failed or passed?
Fast.
What is the status code here?
200. Fail.
200. What I have written here?
202.
Will it be passed or failed?
Failed.
Is it a post request which I am doing it here? This is a get request. You will not get 201 or 202 in get request. I have already discussed that.
Yes.
Successful message is only for get request. Successful or OK message is only for get request. You will not get 201 or 204. You will get it for the post request. Simple? Huh? Change model. Do whatever you want. You don't want here it has to be post request. You can do it here as 200. See, this is a snippet. Are you guys getting that?
Yes, sir.
This is a snippet which is making your life easier to do the validation. Simple. You change it accordingly. It doesn't matter. Easy na? So there are many things again over here. Response body you can verify. You can verify the status. You can verify the time taken. You can verify the status code, status name. Right? You can verify the response body. You can verify the response headers. You can even verify, convert the XML to a JSON. there are many snippets. Leave about these things. Environmental variables I'll teach you. Collection variable I'll teach you. Local variable I'll teach you. Variables that is related to Postman. But what we looked into until now is it's the generic concepts of API. You go wherever, whether in India or in US, whether you are using Postman or some other tool, you will definitely have these status code, status body, status name, time taken to be validated. Today it might be Postman, tool might get changed, but the validations has to be done on the status code first. Then the body, name, other things. Simple. The way you do might be something different. Today it is Postman, so it is PM. If it is something else, some other tool name, that tool will come. Arthaita? Easy. There is a new tool which my company is doing it. Arthaita? Karma. Karma. ಇದಲ್ಲ here we have this is a tool which our company is developing. This I have seen it literally, the inspiration is the Postman for this. The same concept of Postman, but it's a different, but little bit of more advantage than Postman. Postman has a disadvantage, I'll tell you that as well. But again, this is another tool which is coming in the market, which will be there in a year. The prototype is already ready. So my agenda was to tell you that whether it is Postman or some other application, the basic validations which you have to perform is the status code first, then the body, then the time taken, then the status code name. Simple. So we'll wind up for today. We will continue tomorrow. Online guys, any doubt? Any doubt? Okay. Thank you for attending. Tomorrow 10 a.m. sharp. I'll be there 5 minutes before. If you miss out, it's your karma. So please get out. On the